Welcome back. It's Wednesday, and I'm so thankful to have you spending a little bit out of it with me tonight, as well as I am thankful for a little bit of a break in the rain. Kind of short-lived, though. Another rainy one set for tomorrow. We'll talk much more about that. This pattern is going to be around for days, a break or two in the middle or so, but by and large, perhaps more rain than not, certainly. We will talk about a number of things tonight, a lot of important small news stories and announcements. I have a lot of arrests to have to pass along to you. Coverage of the McGoffin County Board of Education meeting from this week. We'll hone in on two topics during that coverage, that being bids let out for, or to be awarded, I guess, then let out, for the new Career and Technical Center, as well plans for a second school resource officer in the system. Before we get to that, however, real quickly, apologies. Technology is a wonderful thing. I always caution everyone who comes into the studio here that it looks as though I'm much more technologically savvy than I am, just based on the equipment and computers and things of that nature. But I'm not. But it wasn't my fault yesterday. But, you know, I'm the one to blame. So, went to Lexington yesterday to cover the Hillbilly Christmas in July. Organizers taking their monstrous check to the Shriners Hospital. Got there amid all the rainfall. And had a wonderful story, even though we had to stay outside, out of the rain, but outside. And then I left, went and found a spot in Lexington to edit it, got it all put together, and around 4:30 started uploading it to the site that I use quite frequently, and nothing. An hour and a half, nearly 2 hours of nothing. It would not upload, it would not let me on. Worked fine when I got home, so my apologies. That story did run last night. I will replay it again tonight in just a few moments. Well, some good news tonight. Glad to hear this. The Dawkins Trail is getting ready to see some major improvements. That is right. I have confirmation about a lot of things to happen. Two different phases which are going to be underway. Phase 1, bids to be let next month. We'll pave 24 miles of the Dawkins Trail from the beginning in Johnson County all the way to where the Dawkins Trail ends here in McGoffin County near the Tip Top Tunnel. Now, that is well, they say, due to the timing of the letting of bids, the winning contractor won't be able to pave the first 24 miles of the trail all this year, so the remainder of which will be done next year. The ultimate completion date for Phase 1, sometime around June of next year. Phase 2 will start early next spring, and that picks up in McGoffin County, the Tip Top Tunnel, and runs to the end of the trail in Breathitt County, another 10 miles to be paved. And the scope of Phase 2, pretty much the same as Phase 1, repair drainage structures, signing, paving the trail. And Phase 2 will also include construction of a connector trail that will join the two sections over the Tip Top Tunnel. After so much wrestling and trying to save the tunnel and go through it, and the project failing for a number of reasons that we won't get into, they are now set to go over the Tip Top Tunnel, and finally the trails will be connected and become one, hopefully next year. So glad to hear that. We'll keep you up to date. I got a call from some viewers to say that they've had several items stolen from their home. Loretta and James Hamilton on Coon Creek, a tree trimmer, several other items, food items even as well, stolen. And if you have any questions, you can call, or any information for them, call local authorities or the Hamiltons at 349-6230. They're saying no questions asked. They just need their items back. Oh, saddened today. I was fearful it was coming, but hopeful that it wasn't. But I did receive word for today from folks at the bank and at the Community Foundation that due to concerns over the continued spread of COVID, they polled all the nonprofit groups, they say, when the consensus was to not have a live community day this year. Hurts, I know. They're going to continue their campaign as they have the past 2 years since COVID. All the sponsor money will be divided equally among the groups. All the groups are raffling and raising money and funds, and I'll be giving you a complete list of how they're doing that in the coming days. They're encouraging the Good Giving campaign this year, and a whole lot of other details that I'll pass along to you, but no live community day. That's the final decision. And again, I'll be getting all the raffle items and things of that nature that these organizations have put together very, very soon together for you, so you can help them raise some still very much needed funds. Remember the big free pool party in the Ramey Park this week? Well, weather, it was set for tomorrow, has canceled that. It was being hosted by our Sagersville Mayor, McGoffin County Judge Executive, a few city councilmen, and some others. I'll get that complete list of individuals involved. Bottom line is, for now, it has been set for August the 8th. The free pool party, free day in the park in the Ramey Pool, set for August the 8th. I will tell you some more in a few moments as it relates to the McGoffin County Board of Education meeting last night, but there is going to be an active shooting scenario at Sagersville Grade School this Friday starting at 11:30 in conjunction with the Kentucky State Police and the Sagersville Police Department for school personnel and local authorities. They want everyone to know that it will be an active shooter scenario, not a real-life situation. No one will be allowed in past the middle school after 11:30 this Friday. And, of course, I'll have a camera there and a report to follow. I have a host of other news after these messages.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
Car wrecks, truck wreck, disability, workers' comp, slip and fall,
wrongful death.
Your case matters to you.
Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Summer's almost here and the seasonal shop is ready. The shop is filled right now with bright colors, beautiful clothes, and new jewelry for all your vacations and summer outings and fun. They've got gifts for any graduate, wedding, and special occasion that may be on your calendar this summer, and you can let them create the perfect gift basket for you. And it's grill season, and that means pool days, cookouts, and backyard parties, and they've got gorgeous home decor, outdoor serving pieces, flags, porch decor, and everything to update your home inside and out for the summer. Stop by and see them, as always, with local delivery, curbside pickup, and shipping, and they're happy to help you shop by phone as well. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
Just in case you missed it, well, you're not alone. Not everyone was losers last night. No one hit the Mega Millions jackpot, so it's now officially $1.025 billion. A number of people, though, won $1 million or more, though, without hitting the actual mega ball, and are millionaires. So that's good news for them. I think the closest was Ohio. In other money matters, the Federal Reserve today, as was widely expected, raised its benchmark interest rate by 75 basis points. That's the second time in as many months to try to control inflation. The 75 points hikes in June and July, first time since the early 1990s, really drive home just how sincere and serious the Fed is taking inflation and the crisis and the potential economic situations that loom ahead. The move puts the key benchmark federal funds rate between 2.25% and 2.5%. That's the highest since the pandemic began. In local headlines tonight, 3 men were arrested for using a stolen truck to try to steal a shed, and that's just the start of the story from the Johnson County Sheriff's Department.
These 3 are accused of using a stolen truck out of Lexington to try to steal an outbuilding with hundreds of dollars in cash and over 8 ounces of methamphetamine on them. The Johnson County Sheriff's Department arrested these 3 individuals, left to right: Raymond Roman, Michael Hall, and Jason Curtis, on Monday after the Sheriff's Department got a call about the 3 trying to load a storage building from the owner's property. When deputies arrived on the scene, they were attempting to jack the building up and were stopped and in the process caught red-handed. One of the 3 telling authorities that they had actually purchased the building for $400, authorities having already spoke to the building's owner, knowing otherwise. A check of the pickup truck, the Ford F-250 seen here, revealed that it came back stolen out of Lexington. A search of that truck found a backpack that was said to belong to Hall Inside it, what was believed to be methamphetamine, glass pipes. Also found under the seat a box containing what appears to be about 8 ounces of methamphetamine and more plastic baggies. Raymond Roman was charged with first-degree trafficking in a controlled substance, methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon for a loaded 9mm that was found in the pickup truck, as well as possession of pot and theft, and possession of a prescription drug not in its proper container. Michael Hall was charged with first-degree trafficking in methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and trafficking in a controlled substance, and Curtis was charged with possession of methamphetamine. Also out of Johnson County, driving the wrong way netted this woman an arrest, as well as being served with 4 outstanding warrants in her name. Paintsville police arrested Stephanie Hamilton, 43, of High Hat, Friday morning around 1 a.m. on US 23 in Johnson County. Units were dispatched to a vehicle traveling southbound in the northbound lane. And when the officers caught up to the vehicle, it had actually just made its way back into the correct lane, but was seen going from the shoulder, crossing both lanes, almost hitting the guardrail. A traffic stop was made. Hamilton failed all field sobriety tests poorly and was charged with DUI, operating on a suspended or revoked license, and possession of drug paraphernalia for items that were found on her. At the same time, she was served with an outstanding warrant out of the Lawrence County District Court for theft of an automobile and fleeing and evading, as well as a warrant out of Floyd County related to charges of license to be in possession, failure to appear. Another warrant out of Floyd County, a bench warrant for license to be in possession, operating on a suspended license, other traffic violations, and a Pike County warrant as well for public intoxication. Here in Magauffa County on the same night on Route 40 in the Falcon area, the Magauffa County Sheriff's Department tried to make contact with this man who had an active warrant out of Johnson County, and once they did, at a residence or location on Falcon, he tried to flee on foot and was finally taken into custody, found to have a white glass pipe with residue in his left pocket, also a small metal container containing what was suspected to be meth, and he was charged with fleeing and evading, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia, and also served with that warrant for theft by unlawful taking out of Johnson County. And going back to Johnson County, Kentucky State Police arrested this man Sunday morning around 4:45 in the a.m. on Route 40. Posted received a call of a man with red hair, naked, standing in the middle of the road, and arrived to find, after some searching, just that. Cantrell, who was charged with indecent exposure in the second degree and disorderly conduct. Witnesses had seen him in the road, naked, fleeing the scene, hitting the hills, before he was apprehended by state police. Johnson County 911 had reportedly received multiple calls on the subject over the course of that date.
Next, coverage of some of the Magauffa County Board of Education meeting from earlier in the week. 2 topics of discussion for tonight that will focus on construction of the new Career and Technical Center, which is literally just around the corner. And as classes are set to begin as well, and just around the corner, the school district will have its second of 2 school resource officers in place this year.
Bid openings were held last week for the new Magauffa County Career and Technical Center. Of course, a wonderful, much beloved and gracious gift of Scotty B. Patrick to the tune of $5 million, which helped the school secure another several million dollars to help make this a much-needed reality. And with those bids being opened last week, surprising to hear that all those who were with or in that process were pleased with how the bids turned out in the current economical and construction climate.
Bids came in under budget, which is a good thing right now because I've bid a lot of work over the last couple months and it's not been that way. So it was a big relief for Mike and I to come in here and make that happen on last Tuesday. So we got a good bunch of contractors. I'm not going to get into weeds unless you want me to get into weeds about all the pricing. Obviously, Dr. Tarverton tonight talked about your bond sale and your BG1, BG3. So, but again, the bids came in at, with the alternates that we think that you want to select. Now, obviously, it's your choice to select which ones you want to select. It's around $10,909,000. And again, it's with all the alternates that we think, that we're recommending to you guys. Obviously, it's your choice on what you want to do. Mike may want to get more in the weeds on the alternates and discuss those a little bit more in detail. But again, I was very happy with what happened last Tuesday. Hope you guys are the same.
Yeah, I thought it was a very successful bid opening. The contractors that rose to the top, so to speak, the ones that were low, are all contractors that we've worked with in the past. These contractors have offered good workmanship and good management in the past. So I did not object to any of the bids, the proposals, or the work history on that. So that meets with my recommendation. Kenny and I both put together a letter of recommendation, sent that to Mr. Meadows. You have those. I will tell the board that it may seem, I think from an outsider looking in some respects, the number seems high. Kenny and I have seen some work recently that's been, if we just look at the square foot cost, we've seen other projects that have bid at much higher numbers per square foot, and I would say of even less complication. So I think it's a good bid opening, and I'm excited about it, and I hope the board is looking forward to it.
There were said to be just under 40 bidders, again under budget, coming in at a total of just over $10 million. And a start date after approval to award bids was given by the Board of Education has been tentatively set for sometime around August the 15th, when they will actually start construction of about a 16-month project where they expect students to be in the new Career and Technical Center at the new Magoffin County High School for the beginning of the 2024 school year that fall. Going on to other business, as classes are getting ready to begin here sooner than later, new legislation passed supports having, we'll say, as many school resource officers as possible in each school throughout Kentucky. Here in Magoffin County, the city of Sangersville is following suit of a program already in place in conjunction between the Magoffin County School District and the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department, and they too will be placing an officer in Magoffin County schools.
I think I can work it out. Our officer will be at the middle school, Circle grade school, I guess, or his thing, and it'd be one of my officers. I don't know if trying to work out to get us another certified one, but probably what I will do now is take one of my officers, either Mike Nichols or Neil Adams, and put them there as your FSR officers. Maybe both of them, and have them both trained so they can be back up for each other. So you'd always have one, if some of us off and stuff like that. But they have to have that SRO training too, 1, 2, and 3 after they get. But they are certified, and I'll probably I'll have to hire another officer, and probably try to get them certified within a year or two. That way we'll have plenty of officers for that, as far as that is. So it's a work in progress, but it's not going to be easy. But I think I can look at least get one at the middle school, in that area.
We thought if we had one home base at the middle school, the city one could take care of vocational in the grade school, and then with the sheriff's office, the one that we had here, he could also do his visits out to north and south, which primarily before he would have been responsible for one of the others as well. So that cuts his work down quite a bit and increases what we're able to offer.
And again, a reminder, the Magoffin County School District will be having an active shooter scenario at Sangersville Grade School this Friday at 11:30. And that will also mean that no one will be allowed to go past the grounds of the Harold Whitaker Middle School after that time during that happening. Friday, 11:30 at SGS. Check out the latest in savings on new sets of tires and vehicle maintenance at Conley's, like $150 back on Goodyears, $120 back on Bridgestones, and big deals on Firestone, Hankook, General, and more. All with perfect snap-on balancing, and where they only charge $35 for state-of-the-art computer diagnostics to fix exactly what you need and get you back on the road. On the web at conleytire.net or stop by in Staffordsville.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank.
Next, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar.
And it's birthday wishes tonight to Shauna Sharp. Shauna, birthday wishes from Dad and Mom and John and the boys and all your family and a long list of friends. Happy birthday to my former neighbor, Shauna Sharp. Happy birthday to you. This just in, the McGoffin County High School class of 82 is having their 40th reunion September the 17th at Stonecrest Golf Course in the Clubhouse. For more information, you can email classmates there at the bottom of your screen, josiebailey@gmail and carol.scott@icloud.com. On or before August the 20th, so they can make plans on you being there. Class of 82. A quick reminder, the littlest of classmates can be enrolled in the Head Start program in McGoffin County if you call now or come by. Head Start is now taking applications for the next school year, which is just around the corner. Still a lot of openings for 4-year-old eligible children. 349-3488 is the number to call if you have any questions. And call me when you have a calendar announcement or get it to me any way you can, and that includes birthdays and anniversaries. And remember, we love to publish those birthdays and anniversaries, wedding announcements like my dear Lacey's was. That was so hard to believe. In the paper, all for free, but don't send those to me. Send those to Heather at SagersvilleIndependent.com. From there, we'll go on to obituaries, sponsored nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Services have been set for 46-year-old Roy Alsop of Prestonsburg, the son of Juanita Alsop Henson. His stepfather, Sammy Henson, also preceded him in death. He's survived by his mother, his wife, LaDonna, sons Charles Tyler and Zachary Dean Alsop, daughters Ashley Nicole Minix and Kaylee Marie Alsop, brother Ernie Alsop, sister Donna Alsop, and 2 grandchildren. Services will be in the morning at 11 o'clock from the Cow Creek Church of God. Visitation is the rest of this evening. Gary Leon Reed, Sheep Reed, 77, of Sagersville, passed away Saturday at Paintsville ARH, the son of the late Jennings B. and Cena Jenkins Reed. He's survived by his wife Bonnie and sons Tony Doyle and Chris Reed, 4 grandkids and 3 great-grandchildren. Services will be held tomorrow at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation tonight. 81-year-old Clayton Arnott of Sagersville passed away Monday at Pikeville Medical Center, survived by his wife Vicki Arnott, son Matthew, daughter Melissa K. Arnott, sister Linda Sue Fife, and 6 grandkids and 1 great-grandson. Services will be held Friday morning at 11 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation Thursday evening, 6 till 9. And 88-year-old Loretta Caudill Lemaster of Mind Fork, the wife of the late Dorsey Lemaster, passed away yesterday. Funeral arrangements to be announced soon through the McGoffin County Funeral Home.
Again, if you missed the very start of the program, I went to Lexington yesterday for the check presentation from the Hillbilly Christmas in July organizers to the Shriners Hospital. And it was an amazing day. Sure, it rained relentlessly. Sure, we couldn't go in because of recent COVID numbers and take a tour, but it was still an amazing day. An amazing story that I actually edited there with intent on sending back and having played in last night's news. And for whatever reason, it would not upload to the site that we use most often. And no 6 o'clock show. The following story did air last night, but since many of you may have missed it, I wanted you to take a look again at the wonderful things that these hillbillies are doing for some wonderful, wonderful kids. And not just from Kentucky either.
Tomorrow might be the best day of the week. It's Dipper Day at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. That's right, Thursday's special is our famous Dipper meal with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $5.79. And if you haven't already, be sure to try them dipped in our famous Sweet Wing Barbecue Sauce at your Sayersville Lee's. Also famous for our ice. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Summer has arrived, and Appalachian Wireless has a great sale on the world's hottest smartphone. From now till the end of the month, you can get the amazing iPhone 13 for more than half off. iPhone 13 on Appalachian Wireless can be your new superpower with the most advanced dual camera system ever on iPhone. And it's available on the region's best network because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. 128 gigabyte model only. Agreement required.
A recent spike in COVID cases might have kept us from going in and taking a tour and seeing and talking a lot more, but that was okay. Not even the rain, as heavy as it was, could dampen the spirits today. A day which was the culmination of a couple of things: this year's Hillbilly Christmas in July events and the Hillbillies' efforts for the past 17 years to date. That's 17 years of being a part of an even larger tradition of caring for our kids.
So Shriners Children's Lexington's 96 years old. We're one of the oldest in the Shriners Children's system. Shriners Hospital for Children's 100 years old this year. First hospital was founded in 1922 in Shreveport, Louisiana as a polio hospital. Wasn't too much longer before Lexington was open and we started treating polio patients. And over the course of 96 years, we've had 4 different buildings. This facility opened in 2017, so we just celebrated our 5th anniversary. Annually, we treat over 15,000 patients for 21,000 patient visits, and every one of those patients come to us regardless of their family's ability to pay, which means whether you have the best insurance in the world or no insurance, we're going to make sure you get nationally ranked care. We are actually ranked 45th in the nation for pediatric orthopedic care, meaning if you need any type of care, whether it's cerebral palsy or just a simple break, you want to come visit us here at Shriners Children's Lexington.
And children and families have had their lives changed by doing just that. A lot with some help along the way from friends they're very likely to never meet.
Oh my gosh, oh, our hillbillies, yes. They have made so many things possible for our children and their families, from transportation to toys and different, therapeutic devices. I mean, the money that they have raised, I don't know the specific numbers and the figures, but I hear them talking about a goal of raising $1 million over a 20-year span, and they're 17 years into that, and they've already raised over $700,000, and I just cannot express the wonderful things that money has provided for the children. We are able to care for kids here in a different way than most healthcare facilities do because of the donations, from the community and especially from the hillbillies. It's amazing. We could not function without them. We would go out of business, and none of this would be possible. So it's crucial. It is vitally crucial that we, have support from organizations like theirs and just individual contributors throughout the community.
So we're a 501c3 nonprofit. We've been a nonprofit from the very beginning, and we receive locally 70% of our budget comes from philanthropy, whether a spinoff of the endowment or local raise like gifts we receive today. That's very different from a lot of other nonprofit healthcare systems. Only a total of 20% of our budget comes from patient revenue, meaning insurance. And so we get to practice medicine differently, and we're very proud of that because it means we put patients first, and in this case, we're putting kids first.
And they're putting kids first with a group who loves and lives for helping the kids too, even more than they love the fun that they're having while doing it.
Oh, they do. They do. Their attitude, their whole demeanor, it's just the culture that they bring with them. And it's contagious. They're fun to just hang out with and to, spend some time with. And yeah, it puts a little bit of the special sauce in the Shrine Care, that's for sure. Yeah, it's not all about health care around here. It is about fun, and they bring it in spades.
Oh my goodness. Our Hillbilly Christmas in July crowd, you can see the playground behind us. They help make that a reality. They're fun, but their heart's in the right place, and they're doing everything, and it all comes back to our kids. They're a great group. I've enjoyed getting to know them, spending time at Hillbilly Days, and watching everything they've done with their rides. And so we can't say thank you enough to our Hillbilly friends and the Hillbilly Christmas in July organization.
This is the reason why we do this. Because if I ever do, this is where I want my child to be, this hospital. So we kind of work for the kids that we don't even know.
Well, the one experience that I've had is we usually have a half marathon race in Pikeville. It's pretty tough. It's called the White Lightning Half Marathon, and I usually work one of the water stations at this. And if you've never been on this course, you really got to look at it. It's one of the toughest ones probably ever. And as I was at that particular race, this one young lady comes up, gets a drink. Now we're at mile number 9 of 13. And she starts to turn off and run, and then she turns around and she says, "I'm a Shriner's child." And I said, wow. And here you are out here running a half marathon race. And that just lets everybody know why we're out here doing what we do.
You know what all we do out here, with the money, the playground, the vans, and all that we do, that's great stuff. But hopefully someone will watch what we're doing and say, well, now, at Shriner's Hospital, my child is not walking just right, or maybe they've got a little limp here. Reckon they can do something for it. Yeah, they can. If you're a parent or a guardian, all you got to do is call in this hospital. They'll make arrangements for you to come down. If you're under age 18, they will take care of your child, and if they can't, they'll probably put you on somebody that can. So what we do is we kind of advertise for the hospital, looking for that one child that needs help. And we hope to get a hold of that parent or guardian that can make that happen for that child. I guess that's the main thing we're looking for now. We're looking for that one child that needs help.
On behalf of 15,000 patients who get to receive care differently and get to live their life to the fullest, thank you. Thank you to all of our donors. If you're interested in learning more, check us out at shrinerslexington.org or give us a phone call. We'd love to get engaged. Thank you.
It's awe-inspiring. I'm very grateful. I wouldn't be here, but more importantly, Shriners wouldn't be able to function. We would not be able to take care of anybody if it wasn't for those that wonderful group of people that just have a blast doing it. Their heart is all about the kids, and couldn't ask for a better group of people.
Now let's wrap it up with your Licking Valley RACC Outlook. Here's what we're looking out at right now on local Doppler radar. Fortunately, a little bit of a reprieve, but there is more rain on the way.
The unluck of the draw, if you will, or the bad luck of the draw, Floyd County has declared a state of emergency. They got hammered much worse than we did, and we got enough rain yesterday to put us just about at our limit. Any more than that, and we could have had more problems than what we did, which were minor to that point. But there's tomorrow. As you saw, nothing much happening out there on the radar tonight. Showers and thunderstorms, however, are going to be more likely another round after 3 in the a.m. and into your Thursday. So mostly cloudy tonight, 71 for the rest of the evening. We're seeing a little sun out there. But after 3 or 4 in the a.m. and into your Thursday, we'll see shower chances ramp back up. We'll see about 83 tomorrow, which is going to be our peak for a few days temperature-wise. With that shower chances, we're talking to up to a ½ inch of rain during the day, another ½ inch or so tomorrow night, and that's without any downpours that could and more than likely will happen somewhere. So keep that in mind. Another inch possibly on average for everyone tomorrow, and we could very well see more than that in some parts of the viewing area. Friday, more of the same. Showers and storms. Right around 80%, another ½ inch of rain during the day on your Friday, and maybe another ½ inch that night, and that's on the average. Keep in mind, 76 degrees for your Friday, mostly cloudy. By Saturday, things finally letting up and lighting up. We'll see some more sunshine come back. We'll hold on to the upper 70s at 79 for your Saturday, and a lesser chance of showers and storms to the tune of 20%. Sunday, though, we run right back into it. 76, more clouds and showers and storm chances than not. Monday, 79, the same, mostly cloudy, 70% chance of showers and storms. Another break in the action by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. We'll hit back into the low 80s with a little sunshine, but still some pretty decent shower and storm chances on those 2 days as well. Right now, we're holding our own weather-wise with the space in between that we're seeing, specifically here in McGoffin County. Let's hope that pattern continues.
And just as there is more rain on the way, there's more news on the way when I see you back here tomorrow night. For now, good night, and thank you for being a part of the show.